Why am I suffering from anxiety for no reason? So many people have this question. So if you are asking that question of yourself, you are in really good company. So if you've ever felt a heaviness, a fear, some sort of behavioral pattern that just doesn't seem to come from anywhere that you can put your finger on, you may be right. It might not actually be yours. Okay, so great news. So ancestral trauma is passed down. So when the sperm and the egg meet and fertilize, whatever is going on for the man and the woman emotionally, mentally, physically at that time goes into the fetus. Okay. So if your father's back from the latest war in Afghanistan and has PTSD, that's coming down into the sperm. If mum is being abused and she's terrified or whatever, that's going to be in her egg. It can even come down from before then. Okay. So, you take your grandparents living in the war, having children, they're petrified that the bomb's going to drop on the house and kill everyone, or that they're going to get that knock on the door to say that husband has been killed at war. And, pick any scenario that you like that's happening around you or has happened to your family, and it is coming down the family line. Okay. This isn't about guilt. This isn't about blame. This is about recognizing that you may be experiencing something that has nothing to do with you, and that's why you can't find the root. So unresolved experiences from previous generations can be carried forward, sometimes for many, many generations, even 7 generations. And I could literally name loads. Imagine that you're from the Ukraine and you fled the Ukraine to come to the UK. That's there. If your family was in the concentration camps during the war, that's come down the generations, okay? So a real world example here is a Holocaust survivor. Now, the trauma that they have been through, the behavior that they have created to deal with that trauma, such as making sure they're not seen, because you don't want to be noticed by the guards or the other inmates for all the obvious reasons, okay? So this can then mean that those generations that are being affected by that are just experiencing the symptom of something they perhaps haven't even talked about, because how often do people sit and talk about their tragedies? Okay. So unexplained fear. Well, let's face it, if you were in a Holocaust concentration camp, you probably lived in fear every minute of every day, even when you were asleep. So that unexplained fear is from them. Okay. And you can potentially have something from both family lines, not just one. Okay. So to clear those ancestral patterns really helps you to release what was never yours to carry. Okay. Now, I know this might sound a bit far-fetched. You're probably thinking, well, what does it matter what happened to my family 100 years ago? But it's absolutely a huge part of you. It's in your DNA. Literally, it's in your DNA. But the good thing is that when I'm working with someone, I have the tools to help rewrite that history and get rid of it. Okay. So this is about you being the person in charge of your life and not being the driver, not being the passenger of the car. You need to be the one in the driving seat, okay? Not your subconscious mind. So in the notes below, there is my free download. It is about 3 separate women with 3 separate issues, but they've all got the one root, okay? Have a read. Come back to me with your questions. Let's talk. But I know that you're going to find this really, really interesting. Thanks for watching.